Contact us to avail the combo offer of General Studies and Public Administration optional with 20% discount.
Good morning everyone. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 17th August 2021. Let us see which are the important articles from today's The Hindu newspaper. Yes, these are the important articles. Let us take overview of all these articles, then we will discuss them one by one. First article, Taliban captured Kabul. So the relevance of this article, editorial on page number 6. Recently we have seen these updates from Afghanistan. Taliban has captured Kabul and many, let's say, different news are coming regarding the developments. So we have to understand these developments and analyze from various perspective here. Okay, there will be many such articles. We have to take input whenever it is relevant from GS2 paper IR section, international relations. Okay, next, one more editorial on page number 6, beating plastic pollution. So from environment perspective, it is very important. The context of this article, it is relating to plastic waste management rules amendment rules 2021. So which are these amendments? Yes, previously we have covered this, which are these amendments, but yeah, there will be some revision, but we have to take some analysis also. We have to understand the significance of these rules and what are the challenges in plastic waste management also. So from GS3 paper environment section, we will take input here. Next, the message from IPCC report. Yes, many articles are appearing since the report of 6th assessment report of IPCC has been released. Okay, so we have to take input. Many times the experts are giving different views on that report. Analysis is also important. So from GS3 paper environment section, the climate change and global warming issue, so we have to take input from that aspect here again. Specifically, if we are talking about prelims related developments, yes, the law enforcement agencies in the country, in India, are worried about increase in drug related, let's say, illegal drug trade in the country from Afghanistan, as Taliban may resort to the opium cultivation as the main source of funding for its organization. Okay, so that's why we have to understand some basics about what is golden crescent, what is golden triangle. Okay, this is important for both prelims as well as mains examination. GS3 paper mains examination, security part. So drug smuggling is also important aspect. At the same time, drug smuggling as an important source of financing to the terrorist organization, that is also important. And on page number 7, a very good, let's say, analysis of data and facts regarding monsoon session and how parliamentary productivity has declined, the number of bills passed, at the same time the number of the bills which had discussion in the parliament, in the both houses of the parliament, and which bills were referred to the standing committees. All these aspects are mentioned here. This is important from polity perspective as well as those who are having public administration optional subject. And finally, practice prelims MCQ on these current affairs. First article on page number 6, fall of Kabul. Yes, these developments we are having follow up, and we need to have follow up from GS2 paper international relations. So yes, Taliban captured Kabul on 15th August. Okay, so we have seen that the armed forces of Afghanistan did not fight, the police forces also did not fight. At the same time, the president, democratically elected president of Afghanistan, left the country. Okay, so this is the situation we have seen. At the same time, the former Northern Alliance of warlords also left the country, including the democratically elected president here. Okay, this is the situation that we have seen, and many pictures and videos went viral regarding how people were seeking to, we can say, protect their lives. They were crowding into that Kabul airport to board on those flights, outgoing flights. So this is the situation we are witnessing there, and people are threatened to some extent. They fear of their, we can say that, the safety of their life. Fine. So Taliban are enforcing strict religious code. So some of the provinces of Afghanistan already the news has come from regarding the strict implementation of religious code. So this is a very important aspect because from the earlier Taliban rule during 1990s, late 1990s, what we have witnessed, the story of the past of Taliban, especially the strict religious code or Islamic code. So for example, here you can understand that the women were not allowed to work. Second thing, we should understand that women were supposed to wear burqa all the time when they are outside. They were, let's say, the male partner or let's say male relative should, we can say, be always with the women when they are outside. At the same time, female child not allowed to take education, go to school. This was the situation, and there was banning on, let's say, artistic works like painting, music or film industry. So all these things were witnessed during the earlier rule of Taliban, and it is, let's say, the threat that the present people are also facing, that the Islamic code of Taliban may affect their freedom, their basic fundamental rights. Okay, so if we have to do the analysis here, we should understand that Taliban, the earlier Taliban and the present day Taliban, there is minute difference here. The minute difference is that the medieval, we can say that mindset is common at that time also and now also, but we have to also understand that they are having the updated weapons with them. At the same time, there is some kind of change in their mindset when they are being receptive to the other regional powers like China and Russia. Okay, they are open to talk with these countries. At the same time, we should understand that there is some kind of ideological defeat of US, because 20 years ago when US invaded Afghanistan to eliminate Taliban and other terrorist organizations from Afghanistan soil, and we can say reconstruct the Afghanistan as a democratic country. So this particular objective of the US has been defeated, and it is a kind of loss to US leadership also. Okay, this aspect we should also understand. At the same time, in the end, we should also understand that United Nations, there is a role to play by multilateral organization, especially United Nations, and recently UN chief has also said that the world is having follow-up and observing the kind of, let's say, rights being breached of the Afghanistani people. So it has urged the Taliban to protect the rights of the Afghanistani people. Okay, so in this manner we have to do the analysis here, and in future whatever the power that is being shared or the rule that will be established in Afghanistan, so we need to understand in present day 21st century, where the democracy and the rights of people have received the primacy from world leaders, how this is going to be perceived or received. So this we are going to see here in near future. Okay, so in analysis we should do analysis from this aspect here. Fine? Yes. Now moving on to next article, beating plastic pollution. Yes, this is also important. Yes. So the context here is Plastic Waste Management Rules, Amendment Rules 2021. Okay, so original Plastic Management Rules 2016 have been notified under Environment Protection Act 1986, and the from time to time the amendments have been done. What are the present new rules or the amendments that have been done? So yes, the single use plastic ban has been extended to different articles like earbuds or the cutleries, the cups, the thermocol. So all these articles, this has been extended, and by the 30th September of 2021, this is to be eliminated completely. Okay, so this is the situation. Sorry, so yes, this is by the yes, so 30th of July 2022. Okay, so next year this is going to be prohibited completely. Then at present what is the situation about the thickness of the plastic bags? 50 micron and less, they are banned. So this is going to be increased under these rules. 75 micron or less by, we can say, 30th September 2021 this year. At the same time, this is going to be increased to 120 micron or less by 31st December 2022, that is end of next year. So this is going to be the situation regarding plastic ban, a single use plastic ban, and we have to increase the thickness, the thickness of this plastic bags. This is becoming the problem. When it is degraded into microplastic, that is becoming the problem. Fine. So yes, some basic data about the plastic waste generation in India. So this aspect you should understand. Around 34 lakh tons of plastic is generated annually in the country, of which 60% is recycled. At the same time, we should also understand that those polystyrene and plastic manufacturing companies, so top 100 in the world, those companies, of those 6 such companies are located in India. Okay, so these facts you can mention in your answer, or if it is relating to essay paper, you can mention this data in that part also. Now there is lack of policy coherence in India. So we can understand that Central Pollution Control Board has from time to time, it is responsible for implementation of these rules at central level, and at state level there are state pollution control boards. So around 22 states have banned in the country single use plastic. However, they have not been implementing this in letter and spirit. This is becoming the problem, and plastic has been the major constituent of urban solid waste that is continuously going into the streams and ultimately into the oceans, resulting into the microplastic pollutions affecting marine environment. This is the situation we have to understand. Then international view is changing, and yes, the countries are focusing on having the United Nations Plastic Treaty in near future. Even G7 countries have also endorsed such kind of treaty in future, as they are combating towards the marine pollution here, marine plastic pollution. Okay, at the same time we have to also understand the major problem here is of lack of segregation, which reduces the recycling capacity of this plastic. At present, whatever the local government or the state governments, they are having contract with the private companies for waste collection. Okay, so they are not focusing on waste segregation here. Okay, and because of that, all the plastic is going into incineration. Okay, so recycling is not being done. Incineration will result into the pollution here. Incineration is burning of all this waste and converting into the gases. Okay, so this is going to contribute to pollution. So there is need of recycling of that waste, and for that purpose appropriate segregation is very much required. Fine. So this is the major concern here. At the same time, at policy level, patchy regulation, so by the state governments and law, or we can say that enforcement agencies, So there is a weak regulation, there are loopholes, gaps in that regulation, and because of that the plastic from one state is going to other state. Okay, so the prohibited plastic is moving across the state borders. This is also becoming the problem. Next is microplastic is already found in the food chain and the governments must act responsibility to stop this scourge. Yes, we have to understand that microplastic pollution. Yes, in ED lectures we have covered in detail about the microplastic pollution. Recently there was one study about the microplastic pollution in Ganga river by one of the NGO, Delhi based NGO. Right, so the microplastics are those plastics, their size is less than 5 micron mm. Okay, so what is happening is their amount is increasing in river bodies as well as the oceans, marine pollution, especially the microbeads. Already UPSC has asked the question in prelims examination about microbeads. We can expect question in mains as well as prelims examination here. Okay, so this is entering into food chain and ultimately we as a human being will be vulnerable for such impact of that. So here two important terms, bioaccumulation and biomagnification. They are important from environment section. Bioaccumulation is the amount of that plastic or those chemicals entering into the first, let's say, trophic level of that food chain here or food pyramid, and we can say that biomagnification is further when the amount is getting increased into the higher trophic level, it is getting magnified, the concentration of that is increasing and that becomes more harmful for those organisms. So human being at upper trophic levels in the food chain or food pyramid is more vulnerable to such kind of plastic or microplastic pollution here. Fine. So GS3 paper environment section we can take input here. Now the message from IPCC report, yes. So this sixth assessment report of IPCC, this time the IPCC is going to release this report, sixth assessment report, into 4 parts. There will be 4 such reports and this is first of them. Okay, and this first report is significant because it is released before the COP, Conference of Parties 26, that is going to happen in Glasgow, UK in this November 2021. Okay, that's why it becomes significant. We have to also understand the findings. Yes, already we have covered the findings, but some of the findings and its significance. For example, it is having updated data, higher accuracy, as well as regional analysis. Okay, for example, South Asia or Southeast Asia. So some regions and the impact of these events of global warming on these regions. So regional analysis is, accurate regional analysis is being done. This is also significant. At the same time, we have to also understand that global warming is impacted all the 7 continents of the world. There is no place on the world, on the earth's surface, where the effect of global warming is not faced. Global surface temperature is now higher by 1.07 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial era. Write this updated facts in your answers. At the same time, increase in climate extremes due to global warming. We have seen this especially in recent times in global north, if we are talking about this summer. So there are increased instances of forest fires, floods and heat waves. Right, so such kind of instances. Recently forest fire in Greece, in that one of the island of Greece. At the same time, the floods and heat waves in Canada, US. So all these are let's say attributed to global warming here by this report itself. At the same time, the air pollution reduction and steep climate change mitigation are not complementary goals and they require independent focus. or efforts over the short term and medium term. Up till now, what used to, let's say, there is some kind of correlation there used to be, the air pollution as well as the mitigation measures. They are to some extent complementary to each other, and therefore the government, especially in developing countries like India and China, should focus on reducing air pollution. Automatically there will be a reduction in the, we can say, climate change or global warming. But the report has specifically mentioned that there should be independent efforts on two fronts, that is regarding the air pollution reduction and climate change mitigation. So this is important finding. At the same time, it is also talking about the cumulative emissions, reduction in cumulative emissions. So single countries or different countries talking about the net zero emissions, this is not going to be helpful. This is important finding of the report. Report is saying that there should be reduction in cumulative emissions. That means the global efforts should be there. All countries should do appropriate efforts. So this is also important finding of this report. Now, what is significance for India about these findings? You can see that the air pollution reduction and climate change mitigation is linked in India from time to time, and the focus on the government, or we can say pressure on the government regarding like coal powered thermal power plants. So we should shift from the coal powered thermal power plants to reduce the air pollution, as well as we can say tackle the climate change to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. However, we should understand that as they are not complementary goals now, we can independently work on them, because yes, we also require energy security. Energy security. So as we are developing country, developing economy, and the huge population that we have in the country, because of that we need to focus on our energy security also. This is the significance. At the same time, some data facts regarding India's emissions. At 3 billion tons CO2 equivalent, at 3 billion tons CO2 equivalents, this is the annual emission of India. These are the annual emissions of India, and this is only 5% of global emissions. This is only 5% of global emissions. India is at the 4th position after US, China, European Union, and then India. But this 5% also becomes negligible when we are talking about the per capita emissions. Per capita emissions, yes, these are less than 1/3 of global average. That means we are, as a human beings, are not consuming on the lines of global average per capita emissions. Okay, so this is the situation that we have in the country. Write these facts in your answer. Okay, now when we are understanding this, then as a way forward, what we can write here, first thing is that we should focus on CBDR principle again from time to time. Common but differentiated responsibility. The developed countries has used their carbon space largely, and now is the scope of developing countries and underdeveloped countries. They need to be provided the carbon space by these countries, and for that purpose the focus should be on reducing the cumulative emissions, then technology transfer, by developed countries to developing countries, and funds transfer from developed countries to developing countries for mitigation and adaptation projects. In this manner you should talk about. Common but differentiated responsibility, very important principle. All these four, if you write in the way forward, that becomes the apt here. Fine? Okay. So this was about this IPCC report, GS3 paper, environment section. Now, agencies brace for sharp rise in drug trafficking. This is important, we can say that for security aspect GS3 paper, because drug trafficking is very important concern here. So, anti-drug law enforcement agencies are suspecting a steep surge in cross-border trafficking of heroin and crystal methamphetamine with rapid Taliban takeover in Afghanistan. The drugs have been the major source of revenue for Taliban. Now, this is very important aspect, right? So, that's why with the collapse of Afghanistan economy, Taliban will rely heavily on drug money to maintain control over their cadres. At the same time, latest World Drug Report of UNODC, Afghanistan reported 37% increase in the extent of land used for illicit cultivation of opium during 2020 compared to previous year. So this shows that there will be increase in drug production and in future trafficking across the border. Heroin is manufactured from opium. Okay, you should understand and know basic about this also. Drugs for prelims examination. Country accounted for 85% of global opium production last year. Afghanistan. At the same time, it is also turning out to be major source of methamphetamine. Okay, methamphetamine. So this is, let's say, so for example, in Iran, the proportion of Afghan origin methamphetamine seizure increased from less than 10% in 2015 to 90% in 2019. This shows that this is also going to be the major source. The drug is prepared using ephedrine extracted from ephedra plants. So these two important drugs. So basic about the drug trafficking, cross-border drug trafficking, you should be aware about these two areas located on either side of India. Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle. Look at the positions of these countries. Golden Crescent are largely responsible for production of these drugs, and the trafficking throughout the world happens through these countries largely. Which are these three in the Golden Crescent? You can see here the location. This is Iran, then there is Afghanistan, the southern part of Afghanistan, the Helmand province and that, right? So Afghanistan and whole of the Pakistan. Now this is the source of cross-border trafficking that is happening. Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan border. Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan border is very much vulnerable for cross-border trafficking of these drugs into India, and that's why the drug menace in Punjab region. Okay. At the same time, on the northeastern boundary, you can see here the Golden Triangle, that is Myanmar, Burma, then there is Thailand like this, and there is Laos. Okay, so this is, you can see that the Burma, Thailand, Laos and Vietnam to some extent, this is Golden Triangle. Okay, these countries are responsible for trafficking throughout the world in different manner. So these two areas on either side of India, from northeastern border across the border, major challenge remains of drug trafficking. At the same time, northwest border of India, that is again the major challenge here. So from security aspect, border management aspect, you should be aware about these developments. Fine? Okay. Now, finally, some important data and facts regarding the monsoon session working of Parliament. So some facts you can mention in your answer whenever we are talking about the productivity of the Parliament and the efficacy of the legislature holding the executive accountable on the house of different houses, both the houses. You can see here in the 15th Lok Sabha session, 71% of bills were referred to the committee and only 12% were referred in 17th Lok Sabha. Comparative analysis is done. Okay, so PRS data is there, all these things. You can see here the discussion time goes down during the latest monsoon session. As many as 14 bills were passed by the Lok Sabha after debating for 10 minutes or less. You can see this 10-minute line, and all the bills were passed with it. We can say that less than 10-minute debate. This is the situation. Then referred to committee. None of the 15 bills introduced and passed during the monsoon session were referred to a select committee, which is the new law, right? So this is these facts you can mention. Passed in the same session. In the recent session, 15 new bills were introduced in the parliament and all of them were passed in the same session. This is also new development that is happening. This is very important facts. That data, this should be used in your answer whenever in GS2 paper we are talking about the separation of powers or legislature holding executive accountable, working of parliament, whether it is efficient, effective or not. All these aspects are covered here. Fine? Yes. So what should be the answer to this question? Yes, so just now we have looked into the countries that are part of Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle. We are talking about which of the following countries not part of Golden Crescent, a group of countries associated with illegal drugs production trade. Okay, so yes, in Golden Crescent 3 countries are there: Pakistan, Afghanistan and Iran. So Iraq is not there. On the western side of Iran there is Iraq, so Iraq is not there. Iran, Afghanistan and Pakistan are the part of this Golden Crescent, responsible for illegal drugs production and trade throughout the country. Okay, so answer should be D here. Fine? Yes, so these were important articles from today's The Hindu newspaper. Thank you.
Contact us to avail the combo offer of General Studies and Public Administration optional with 20% discount.